Hey love, welcome back to another video. Today is another locked talk. I have Beata here with me. Beata, give them a little bit of history about how long you've been locked and so forth.
Okay, so July of this year will be 7 years that I've had my Sisterlocs.
Has it really been 7 years?
Mm-hmm. I got them in 2018.
Oh, dang. Okay, time is flying.
Yes.
Oh, so you got it before COVID?
Before COVID, yes.
Oh, okay. Because my sister installed her locks. I do remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Were you one of her first few?
I caught a little special that you had to get,
Okay, because I'm like, she was just starting off.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. So my sister did her locks. She was one of my sister's first few clients. Installed, and it's been 7 years. Wow,
Mm-hmm.
time has flown by.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so what made you decide to get locks? Like, how did you wear your hair prior, and what encouraged you to get locks?
So before I got locks, I was doing sew-ins and a lot of quick weaves. And right before I decided to get locked, I was doing my research and I had got like a really bad sew-in. And I think it was the hair, and it had my scalp so irritated. And then I was like, I gotta get rid of this. I gotta take this out or whatever. And so I think I had that sew-in like like a weekend. And after that, I was like, I gotta do something.
Oh, it only lasted a weekend?
Yeah, because it irritated my scalp so bad. I think I was allergic to the synthetic hair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because you know them things that got chemicals.
Yeah, and so I was like, I can't keep doing this with this. So I had a friend that was Sisterlocs, and I started texting her, asking her questions, and so then I was debating between Sisterlocs and Microlocs, and so I decided on Sisterlocs, and I found you on Instagram, and here I am.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
So you found me on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Wow. I can't believe it's been 7 years.
Yeah.
So through the 7 years, you've colored.
Mm-hmm.
When did you decide to color? Like how many years were you locked before you actually colored your hair?
So I was 2 years, only because, after my first year, I deployed. So then I was gone for a year.
Were
Yeah.
you weren't doing your own retire, right?
I wasn't. Girl. That's another story. I found somebody in Kuwait that had just taken a Sisterlocs class. She had Sisterlocs, so she was able to do my retires. And she was in the military, so I didn't have to go off base to get it done.
Okay.
So yeah, I was gone for a year, and as soon as I got back, I colored my hair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So how was the experience being away and having to? Was it easy to find another person to maintain your retie overseas?
No. So this is what happened. So I bought the little things at a beauty supply store to take overseas with me, just in case I couldn't find anyone. So one of my friends was a braider. I was like, look, girl, you got to get on YouTube and figure out how to do this interlock, because I got to have a backup. And so I found someone that was in Kuwait. But the day that I had my appointment, we ended up being on lockdown. I was like, oh my God, like, what am I going to do with my hair?
Mm-hmm.
And so one of my other friends, she's like, hey, it's this girl that got Sisterlocs. She said she could do them. I was like, are you sure she has Sisterlocs and she could do them? She's like, yeah. Sure enough, she had just taken a class, and she was a little slow with my retires or whatever, but she got better. You know what I'm saying? I had to deal with it. It was easier because I had a lot of slippage around my perimeter area. So every 3 weeks, she would come and do my perimeter so that it'll lock. Yeah. So that kind of, it really worked out. So she was a blessing in disguise.
I forgot you were overseas.
Yeah.
You went overseas right after.
Right after, yeah.
Because people usually panic when they got to go overseas and be like, who's going to maintain my hair?
Do it? Yeah.
I remember when I took the Sisterlocs class, there was somebody who was in the military, and she was going off to Kuwait, and she took the class just so she can learn how to do her own locks. Yeah. Because she was like, I ain't about to play with this.
It's an investment. We spent too much money.
And I'm like, well, why didn't you just take a self-retire class? She took the whole thing. She's like, well, I just want to make sure I know the ins and outs. I'm like, okay. So yeah, it's a you want to make sure you protect your investment. I get it.
And she ended up doing other installs too while she was there. So
oh really?
Yeah.
Nice. So I know the military has rules and stuff how you can wear your hair. Do you still have to put it up? Are there restrictions?
So we can wear a ponytail now. So I just do
it hang?
Or it can hang a hanging ponytail. Yes.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't have to be all up the bun.
And I don't like. So when I got to Kuwait, my hair had just got past my collar, so I did have to put it in a bun. I didn't really do a bun because it was it was too long to be hanging, but it still was too short for a bun. So I just did like a little loose ponytail. They didn't say anything.
Okay.
But now we can wear a ponytail, and I don't like tight ponytails because of my, all that tension. So I just do a very loose ponytail.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Okay, so you colored after 2 years. How has your journey been after the color and everything?
So I did have a little breakage after the color, but I'm gonna keep coloring it because I like color.
You just gonna make sure you take care of the
I'm
color.
just gonna take care of the color.
That's the biggest thing I tell people. You can color, but you gotta take care of it. You
Yeah.
don't take care of it, you're gonna experience some breakage.
Right.
And if you know you somebody who don't like to take care of your hair, then color might not be for you.
Right. It was just a little. It wasn't a lot though, just a little. So I gotten better, but I'm about to color it again. So because this gray is just unruly around here, and then my roots are like, you can just color just at the end now. So.
I feel you, child. The grays be graying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I color mine mainly just because I like color, not necessarily to cover the gray, but I only color my hair like twice a year. And I think you do about the same. Girl, you don't color your hair often.
Actually, I'm at about 2 years, so I do it like once every 2 years.
Yeah, you don't color often, so and you don't have that much gray.
Just right.
Yeah, I got more grays than you, child. I got more grays than you, and my grays are in patches. They don't be looking crazy and then you open it up and you're like, whoa, girl, you got gray. So yeah, I've been told that before because I don't be in my head like that. Awesome. I know you had some concerns about your hair with Did the dermatologist ever say anything about alopecia or whatever?
Yes, so that's another reason why I decided to do locks, because I was having what's considered low density hair, and I wanted to cover up like some thinning areas. So with the locks in my alopecia, because I have been diagnosed with alopecia, I'm able to hide like my thinning spots and just wear styles that people can't really see the bald spots. So that's another thing that another reason why I like my locks, or I decided to do it too.
Were you diagnosed with alopecia before you were locked?
Yes.
Okay.
And I've had the injections that didn't work.
What, the PRP?
So I did something before PRP. So I think it's like steroid injections, where they like inject your scalp. Like I've done that twice and it did not work.
Well, how did they tell you how long you were supposed to be doing it?
So I did a couple of months.
Okay.
Yeah, I did a couple of months, and I just didn't see any growth.
Okay. Is that what they suggested?
Yeah. So that's like they give you a treatment plan. So that's the first thing.
Did you finish the treatment plan?
I did. I finished it twice.
Okay.
I finished it. So once was before the locks, and once was after the locks. Okay. I just wanted to see. And so the last time they were, I went maybe a couple years ago, and it was like. That's when I did the last set of injections, and it was like, PRP. So I was talking to another friend. She said,
the first set of injections wasn't PRP, more like steroids.
Yes.
Okay.
So both sets were steroids.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
And then I did do PRP with like an esthetician, but I really didn't see any results either. So then how
long did you do that one for?
So I didn't do it long, maybe like 2 or 3 sessions.
Okay.
So I don't know if I gave it time or not. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. So then I went to a trichologist. After speaking to Pauline here, she referred me to a trichologist. So she told me to try a trichologist. So I did get online and I found one, and I went for a consultation. And basically, it was no guarantees, and the cost was like $5,000 just to see, what she could do. So the treatment plan was to do some blood work to see what I was deficient in, which I don't feel like I need it because I go to my primary care and I already know what my proficiencies are. So I am taking vitamins for that. And then she was gonna do some different type of red light therapies. So yeah, I just decided not to go that route. Like I don't want to pay $5,000 just to see if it may grow back. So yeah, so I'm just dealing with it. And then my doctor was like, "Oh, it's just part of it. Like a lot of Black women go through it." So.
Now, did they ever say what type of alopecia you have? Because some alopecia is permanent, so regardless of what type of treatment you do, if it ain't coming back, it ain't coming back.
It's not coming. And I think it was centrifugal. I think that's what
CCCA.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying CCCA because I don't know how to say the full length of the name. It's really long, and I don't know the actual what. I know when I hear it, I know what it is, but to say it, child, don't get me started. But okay, yeah, with CCCA, I don't know if that one's permanent or temporary. I would have to look more into that. But I know, you know, she and I have talked about the things I can do on my end to help support her lock journey. It's good that I know people are concerned, people who have alopecia are concerned about locking their hair and concerned about tension. Since you've been locked, she hasn't like lose any hair. She hasn't lost any hair. We haven't seen additional thinning. So I'm sharing that because some people will be like, well, don't lock your hair because locking causes thinning and all this other stuff. It all depends on how you handle it. And you know, you have to be able to work with it well. Do not, you know, be mindful of tension and styling. And as far as styling, can you tell them how you currently style your hair? Let me make sure this thing's still recording.
Okay.
Okay.
So I basically do curls. So I do a lot of curling styles. And what I do is I'll do like a flat twist. So I'll like flat twist it to the front, to the side or whatever, a couple in the back. And then I'll rod the ends. And sleep in it overnight. Next morning, I'm have curls. And the curls will last for a week. So it gives me more volume, so my hair looks fuller. So that's why I always do curl styles. Now when I'm being lazy, I don't do anything. I just wear it straight like this. But typically if I'm going somewhere or I know I got something going on that weekend, whatever, I'm going to have curls. And I will do like pin-ups like to the side because I like that too because that looks really nice. So I'll do that. I don't do a lot of buns because my edges are kind of thin and I don't like that to be seen. So yeah, but when I do pin it up to the side, it's typically like one side and it's not as noticeable. Yeah.
Awesome. For those of you who have fine low density hair, curling it is like the best way to get volume and to kind of disguise the thinness. Because it just, you know, makes it look bigger than life, you know. I curl my hair too, and mainly it's because I want more volume, so that's why I curl my hair. And for her, she has fine low density hair, but child, after she done curling it and she taking her pictures, child, you can't tell her nothing. She looks like she got a full head of hair. I'm like, girl, you did that. So for those of you who might feel like, oh my God, I want more volume, curls is the way to go. Okay.
Pipe cleaners too. It just takes a while.
Yeah.
But pipe clean curls work too.
Yeah, especially if you got long hair.
Yeah.
You just be prepared to be curling,
right.
putting that thing in for a minute.
Yeah.
Because when I had long hair, and I would pipe clean my hair, it would take me like a hour and a half to do it, and I ain't got a lot of hair. So, and I was doing it myself, so it took more time. Okay, awesome. So when you went to the trichologist, did she say anything about inflammation?
She did not say anything about. Wait, hold on. Did she say? Or she did tell me. I can't remember. She told me because after I went to the trichologist, I did go back to the dermatologist, and I told them. I know they gave me a prescription for inflammation. The dermatologist did. I can't remember if the trichologist told me my scalp was inflamed. Yes, she did because she recommended aloe for to soothe my scalp. Yeah, she did.
Okay, and the prescription that the dermatologist is giving you, how's that going?
It's working well. Like I haven't had any issues.
Okay.
With that. Yeah.
And I remember at one point you said your scalp felt very itchy.
Very itchy. Yes.
How's that going?
Now it's just typically when I need washing. I'll have it every now and then. Yeah, every now and then. But what I have found, and the trichologist was like, I gotta be careful with oils and stuff like that. But I had like a flare up when I was deployed, and I was doing all this stuff. I was buying like medicated shampoos, doing all this stuff trying to calm my scalp down because I knew people over there weren't as knowledgeable. And y'all, I went to the PX and I bought some sulfate grease, and it gave me the most relief. So I keep that. Like whenever my scalp is like really just like I feel like I need some relief, I just use that. I put it on there, and it works.
Okay.
Yeah, for me.
Okay. Have you been back to the dermatologist so they can look at your scalp to give you an update? Yes.
So I haven't been. I canceled my appointment.
Where you gonna go back?
I need to go back. I probably because I haven't had any itch. Like it's not bothering me like right now.
Yeah,
so,
but you still want to make sure that the inflammation is completely gone because inflammation is what causes a root of hair loss.
Okay, so before I come back, I've been way back.
Yes.
So part 2, I would have gone back to the dermatologist.
And then when we see how it goes, then we can start working on our own routine and stuff for your hair because I do feel like you need some type of scalp treatment. So we can even look into that, but we want to make sure that what they suggested and the prescription that they gave you, we want to make sure that it's working so they can give you feedback and so we know how to move.
Gotcha.
So awesome. Yes. Okay, so you've been locked 7 years. How do you feel about your journey so far with locks?
Oh, I love it. It was like the best decision. I have no regrets. I feel like I never have a bad hair day. So even if I don't have my curls and my hair is just straight, I can like it still looks good because it's kind of like layered. So I can always just flip it over to the side, have my layers, and it doesn't look, you know, as flat. So I have no regrets whatsoever.
Okay, awesome. So for people who might have some thinning, might have alopecia, or just anyone in their journey, what would you tell them? What do you have any words of encouragement for them?
Yeah, so still do it. Like I said, I did have alopecia before, but I haven't, like Pauline said, I haven't had a significant loss since getting the locks. So it's kind of like at a standstill. Yeah, and you can find styles to kind of like hide it. And another thing the trichologist told me, like if you're doing styles and like my alopecia is like right on the side, so it's not like my edges per se, it's like on the sides but I do put this stuff called Topics. Is it Topics or Tropics? I think it's Topics in there, and you really can't tell. So
Topics is like some type of fiber.
It's like a hair fiber
that blends in. Okay,
blends in very well. So I'll put that on there, and you won't see like the shininess from my scalp. So yeah, it's like you just gotta find little things that work for you.
Okay, because at the end of the day, if you have alopecia, you can still do things to your hair. You just got to make sure whatever you. I think the biggest thing is treatment, making sure you're taking care of your scalp. If it is an alopecia that is temporary, making sure you're doing the necessary routines and that you're seeing a trichologist or dermatologist and have all three of them, including a cosmetologist, working together to help bring your hair back. But if the hair loss is permanent, then just finding ways to work around it. So I think that's the biggest thing. Alrighty, you have anything else you want to share with the folks?
I do. So, a couple things, 2 things I want to share. So I do work out. So for those that work out, and you know how y'all get the silk presses, you can't really work out because you want to switch your silk press out. You don't have to worry about that with locks, because you can just go wash your hair, do whatever. It's not gonna affect your hair while you're working out. And I do miss like my straight hair sometimes, so I will get a wig. So
yes, you have done wigs on your locks. So tell them what your wig process and what you do, because her daughter is she be slaying wigs. Okay, you can share your daughter's information for anybody in the area and looking for. I know prom coming up. Child, folks want to get wigged up.
So my daughter is a hairstylist. She does like the lace front wigs. Her name is the THEK Carter, CARTER Collection, COLLECTION, on Instagram and Facebook. So I do like my bobs or my long hair or my curly hair. So my daughter can install the lace fronts on top of locks. So I do have a couple wigs that, when I want to switch it up sometimes, I will get her to install me a lace front. And she does a really good job. Now my hair is getting longer, so sometimes I feel like my head looks a little bit bigger with the wigs on, but I think it's just me thinking that. So
because it doesn't look big at all.
I know
when I see it in the pictures and stuff.
Yeah,
it doesn't look bulky. It's flat.
It's flat. It's flat.
I think when you just used to seeing your head a certain way.
Yeah,
but it doesn't. And this is the length of her hair.
Yeah.
So it looks really good when her daughter does it. I was like, girl. And I think I did a video, or maybe I had posted one of her videos about showing locks, wigs on your locks.
So she does do installs on top of locks. So she has a couple of friends too that have locks that they still want that wig look.
Always want to switch it up.
Yeah. So and then the last wig that she did, it was what did she call it? it wasn't a lace front. It was more like a closure,
Mm-hmm.
so that I can just throw it on, and it doesn't have to be glued down or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the edges and all that because I'm older. I don't like the baby hairs. But this particular wig I do like. So if I want to like just braid my locks down, so what I do, I braid them down and then I tuck them like the long parts in between the parts so that it's a little bit flatter. I can throw on that wig and you can't even tell. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it be looking good. I was like, okay. She talking about she old, y'all, but she ain't that old.
I don't like
She ain't that old, but she's like, I ain't doing no baby hair.
I ain't doing no baby hair.
So her daughter be like, don't put no baby hair in my head.
We be on TikTok, honey, arguing about the baby hairs.
Yeah, I agree. If I were to put a wig on, I wouldn't do baby hairs, but to each his own.
Yeah,
to each his
yeah.
own, you know.
And some people are like, well, what's the point of getting locks if you're just gonna cover it? Because we can do that. That's the versatility of having locks.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can do your locks, and then you because I almost wore my wig this weekend when I was at my daughter's cheer competition. I was like, I throw my wig on and then throw like a baseball cap on, and you wouldn't even know. Like it would be still cute, like the moms do. But
Now,
yeah,
do you wear wigs in the summer? Cause it be hot.
I have worn it in the summer,
Ooh.
but it's typically not the time because I sweat a lot. So I don't try not to because I do sweat hard. Like I sweat in my head. That's another thing. So I don't always wear them in the summer, but I have. Like if I got some event and I want a wig, I will put one on. But I don't have it long though, because like I said, I be sweating. And the minute that lace start lifting, I gotta take it off.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Y'all, listen. She definitely be switching it up. So for people who I've only put a wig on for me to do like a video, a YouTube, a TikTok, just making fun of people with wigs. I've done one, but other than that, I don't do wigs. I don't like nothing on my head, not even a hat, nothing, not a ponytail, nothing. Okay, so my hair, y'all, most of the time y'all will see me, my hair is down. So, but folks like to switch it up, and you can switch it up. My baby sister, she has Sisterlocs, and baby, when I tell you she has a wig on almost every time, all the time, she is definitely the wig girl. She got all types of wigs.
Yeah.
So she put wigs over her locks all the time. So to each his own. We listen, we encourage, and we don't judge. So awesome. Okay, cool. Well, that's all I got for you guys. Beata, thank you so much for sharing your journey with my audience. You guys, if you have not subscribed to my podcast, Beata, I got a podcast.
Oh, you gotta send it to me.
Next Level Her podcast. I'm on YouTube, Spotify, Apple
Music,
and Amazon.
Oh, let me go there right now.
It's the Next Level Her podcast. Well, probably just Next Level Her on Apple. So it's not about locks, but it is about more about personal development, personal spiritual development, and so forth. So yeah, go check out my podcast. The links will be below in the description. What else? Check out pre-order my Wisdom Gifts book 2. That will be on my website. Link will be below. So that's all I got for you guys. Thank you for the support. Thank you for watching. Make sure you share, subscribe, follow, comment, do all that stuff that you're supposed to do when you watch somebody's YouTube video and you want to support them, okay? All right. Yes. Thank you. Bye.